Hey, week 9, illegal formation, coming back to you with your favorite duo, the cousins, the attorneys, Garrett Riley, Rob Sparks, giving our picks for the week, NFL time. G, welcome to the unnamed RSA studio. Folks out there, our first podcast coming from the new RSA studio. Typically we do it out front. We still mix it in, but we're excited to be here. Newsflash, Luke, very nervous about what he's doing inside of the studio today, but Garrett's going to calm him down. Also, Halloween edition. Let's go. G, start us off from last week. Tell the fans how we did. Little comeback for your boy. I needed it, cousin dad. I needed it.
Yeah, Rob, after a couple hard weeks, go 4-1. You lost the Thursday night game, but then you swept the rest of the weekend, so that was nice.
Got on a roll. Look, it's like trial law. Could be a 4-day trial. First day doesn't go so well. You can't give up. You got to play like a champion. A little momentum shift.
Mediation, you always say it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Boom. So, take that to the bank, folks.
Got that. And I went 3-2, so overall our records are the same at 18-17. So
needed it bad.
Here's what I'm learning through 8 weeks of doing these picks is that this is all just a coin flip. So Luke, what's the most you've ever lost on a coin toss?
I saw that movie, and those people lost a lot, dude. That's a plug, I think.
These are all coin flip games.
Scary stuff. I did write down, as Luke, my recap for week 8 for GSR for the G money. Consistent. The guy's consistent.
Yeah.
You don't have the big ups, you don't have the big downs. You're consistent, baby.
Yeah,
which
which
you're
means,
still in the green.
Well, it means I have basically the same amount of money that I started off with. So.
Guess
that's good.
That's not a bad thing, dude, when you're doing it for fun, because we are lawyers at the end of the day. All right, G, bring us into week 9. I got a couple doozies in here, but I want you to lead with Texas Jets. I think that's the Thursday game, right?
Yeah, that's right. And this is a tough one. I got to go back and forth. Still not sure what I'm going to say by the time I'm finished talking about this, but it's just kind of, do you take the up-and-coming team, the Texans, who, only a couple losses this year, really good teams. They lost to Minnesota and Green Bay, but they've been winning all their other games, and C.J. Stroud and this offense, and just an up-and-coming team versus a team that's basically the opposite. They're imploding, they're aging, they're losing control. But will the Jets lose 6 in a row?
I look at the spread.
Jets are favored by 2.
Unbelievable. At home. Everything to me would say it shouldn't be that.
Well, I think they're looking at it and say, well, this team, they can't lose 6 in a row.
Right? Impossible.
I mean, that's
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm guessing where they came up with this line. So, but I don't know. You tell me your pick.
It's a field goal. This is why I'm making this call. Because I have been wrong every time I've picked the Jets.
I know. When I saw that on here, I was like, here we go again with Rob.
I picked the Jets. They crush my soul. I think Rodgers is going to get back on. I think Adams. I think in time they gel. Their defense is too good, but the Texans need to win. I don't think it's a letdown game. I think they do play better for the Jets. I think it is a close game. But when you're laying 2, it's a field goal game. I'm taking the better team, especially because they're getting 2. So I'm walking in with Texans, but really nothing more than the fact that the Jets, Jets, every time I need them, I get crushed. Even though I did think that they could rally, could they have been the Bucs of the old, with Tom Brady get on a roll in the second half and run it? I don't think they can do that, but I think they are better than they're playing.
Yeah, and that's why I think I am going to go with the Jets here, as much as I want to root for Houston, and I'm a big Houston Texans fan the last couple of years. I like what they're doing. I just think the cards are lining up where the Jets are going to pull this one off, because I just can't see Aaron Rodgers losing 6 in a row with this offense.
I mean, somebody schemed something.
The stats last week against the Patriots, it was like 1 in a million that they would have lost that game. So they should have won that game against New England.
I would have taken them. I would have taken them if it was one of our picks. All right. Well, anyway, then we're going to lead
very
into
tough one. Good game.
Look at the point spread on this. By the way, folks, point spread's coming out of the Hard Rock bet. Again, why? Because the Hard Rock right here in Tampa. Rob's a Tampa guy. Garrett out of Miami. We got a Hard Rock down there, Hollywood as well. So, hey, Council Oak, love it. Let's go. I appreciate you guys watching. All right, Hard Rock Tampa, this is for you. Bills, Fins. Bills given up 6. So the Dolphins are getting 6 on the road in Buffalo. The weather should be good. Shouldn't be snow flurries. Shouldn't be one of these sub-zero games. But at the end of the day, I'm a Josh Allen freak. I just think he handles his business. I'm a little concerned at 6. I can tell you this. If it says 3, I wouldn't have a doubt in my mind I'm going Bills. But because it's 6, could be a letdown game. I did think the Dolphins played better last week. Tua's a difference maker. There's no doubt, dude. It's night and day. But can they go on the road? Buffalo's got to win. AFC is so competitive that they can't give up a game at home. I think they'll be ready. I think their offense, I like the addition of Cooper, so I'm taking them even with them giving up 6.
Yeah, I think Miami was totally different with Tua, just like you said. I mean, but he still had the bad snap in the end zone that got the safety, which was 2 points, and they lost by 1. So, every mistake cost them, it felt like. So I look for them, Miami, to clean up the mistakes. But Miami fans, this is going to be like late December, but in early November, because Buffalo has just destroyed us every year to end our seasons with playoff hopes and just any hope that you have any kind of team. Buffalo just crushes their spirits every December. I think it's going to happen again, but this time we're just winding up the clock a little bit to November 1st. We know Tua's record against the Bills is awful. And every time, this is a hard game for Miami. They're going to fall to 2-6 if they drop this game, but I don't see how they can get out of this.
Even with the 6.
Buffalo's going to look to just distance themselves from everybody else in the AFC East and just try to run away with the division if they win this game. So
I'm a little
I can't
nervous.
back Miami after this.
I'm a little nervous of the trick or treat on that one. I'm a little nervous because the Jets, that's what I had written down for our Halloween edition. There's a lot of trick or treat. I could get tricked on a ton of these. But that sounds like the cousins are aligned. We're both going Buffalo.
Yeah.
Boom. Mark it
Buffalo.
down. All right, G. What does that take us to the Sunday 8:20 game? Colts, Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm going to square one up right here, and I'm going to swing away. I'm going to say the debacle of the Colts game last week, Vikings come out, and I don't think it's within 6. I think the Vikings get hot at home. I think the Vikings have played well, but they haven't finished people. I think, what did they start 5-0, and then they lost their last 2 or 3 or whatever they're at. I think they look to regroup here. I think they're calling out, what's-his-face, the quarterback for the Colts for taking himself out, Richardson or whatnot. He's all over the press. It's a bad vibe. Is the team going to give up on them? I don't really care. I think Darnold, Jefferson have been playing lights out. I think they're back home. It's a big number. Again, I'm always scared when it says 6.
Yeah.
That's a big number, dude. But I'm taking the Vikes. I'm taking them at home, even them giving up the 6. I think the defense contains Richardson, and look for this one to get away early. That's my call.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Colts are 4-4. They kind of really don't have an identity. Is our offense any good? Is their defense any good? Are they going to run the ball with Taylor? What are they doing with Flacco and Richardson? So they're kind of a mess.
Not playing with any.
But I think the Vikings are like the opposite of a mess. They know what they want to do. They're dialing in with their guys.
They know this is their shot.
And they lost 2 games in a row to the Lions and the Rams, 2 pretty good teams.
And on the road to the Rams.
So, yeah, they're coming home, and I think they're going to cover. They can win by a touchdown.
And they play pretty well.
The
only thing I don't get with the Vikings, man, is, they're a lot like the Bucs. They get in these shootouts early, man. Like, they just air raid all day long.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Colts stand with them. All right, Luker, put us down. That's the cousins going together with Vikings at home. That's the Sunday 8:20 game. Boom.
Yep. And
mercy.
Make sure you set your alarm clock Tuesday morning because Monday night we got a battle.
Mercy.
Tampa Bay.
We got a real one.
Into Kansas City. Kansas City favored by 8.5.
Oh, if there was ever a trick-or-treat cousin on this one. If there ever was. Talk to me. How do you like it?
Well, I think I'm going Chiefs to cover. I mean, Tampa Bay's been putting up points, especially early in games, and they haven't been giving up many points, or they've been giving up too many points. But Kansas City's kind of the opposite, where they haven't been putting up points, but they're not giving up any points either. So I think this is a game where it's more of a breakout for Kansas City. I think Tampa always start off hot. They might get a touchdown or 2 to start the game, but I think Kansas City's defense is ultimately, without the 2 receivers for Tampa, I think Kansas City can clamp down on them eventually and get it done. So
here's what I've got to say about the Bucs, cousin. Let's go look at the Atlanta game. Ready for this? From an offensive statistic, right? Everything points to the fact that the Bucs should have won that game. We put up more yards, 432 compared to 394. Passing, Bake went 330, Cousins only 265, right? Rushing attack, Falcons 129, we're 102. So when you look at the stats, it should equal a W, except for one thing.
The turnovers. The
Turnovers.
fake punt and then the interception on the flea flicker.
That's it. We gave up 3. Bake's been unstoppable. First 5 games, not turning the ball over. Now having to press. We're turning the ball over in the end zone. momentum killers, and that scares me going into Kansas City. Because this, no doubt, to your point, will be the best defensive team, maybe Ravens, but no, I think the Chiefs are a better defense than the Ravens. So he's going to go get put to the test. He's not going to have his big two horses. But what I want to scream out there, Bowles, give me a holler if you need me. This is a defensive issue. We can't keep anybody under 30 points. We can't cover in space. Our linebackers can't drop with tight ends. We can't cover screens. We can't run in the middle of the field. And you don't want to go up against Mahomes, Kelsey. I forgot the other tight end's name. The dude's always open. I think that spells trouble. The only thing, my man Luker, is on Halloween. Is it a trick or is it a treat when somebody from the Hard Rock lays 8.5, dude? That's a touchdown and going for 2, my man. That's crazy. So I look back and I say, hey, 26-31. Falcons, we've been in every game. Even the ones we're getting blown out, we make these big pushes by the end, and we always lose about by 6, 4.5. Is it enough? I'm sorry to the Tampa Bay community. I got to trust the G unit. I think his analysis is dead on. He warned me pregame. He was like, be careful. Chiefs can play that defense.
And I haven't gone against the Chiefs this year yet, and they haven't let me down. So,
but to your point, am I about to get crucified because they'll be 8-0 if they win, right? They're undefeated, 7-0.
Yeah.
Look, I got to do it. It breaks my heart, but we got to think, buddy. A little bit like the law with our heads, not our hearts. We can't just run in and get our heads chopped off. Cousins are both going. Chiefs on the Monday nighter, but I think it's going to be a good game. Look for the betting world. Bucks could still lose the game, but cover the spread at 8.5 because those guys play to the end. And I got something about Baker, dude. The guy fights. He's a fighter. He throws the pick, but he comes right back, and he leads them down the field, but just not enough going in that type of environment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little recap here, G. You like the Jets at home, but I'm taking the Texans in game 1, right?
Hold my nose to pick the Jets on that one.
And that's the Thursday, Luker. Get this real cut up, baby, because that one could be a better game. We get a little love on that one.
That actually is on Halloween, so.
Oh,
trick and
come
treat.
on, Texans. Do your thing. Stay hot. I went 4-1 for darn sakes. Then we got Finns, Bills. The Cousins agree, even though G's a MIA guy right out of Hialeah, Florida. He's taking the Bills at home, even though they're getting 6. We agree. Vikings come out, handle the Colts at home, minus the 6. And the Cousins still align. Chiefs, Bucks, even though it's breaking my heart. How do you feel about that?
I feel like good as calling heads or tails, but I like our analysis. I think we're making good points.
Guys,
there you
Mr.
go.
Consistency. I had a big swing. I'm back in the fight. But here's the bottom line, folks. We're in the Illegal Formation studio. We're having fun. We appreciate you. Subscribe. Hit that like button. But for our Halloween show and our first studio presence, we're going to let Luke send us away. That's week 9, Illegal Formation. Let's go Bucks. We're still rooting for you. But let's see where the chips fall. Or that coin toss that you're talking about.
And Luke, they're not booing you. It's boo for Halloween. So.
Let's go. All right. How'd it look from the...
Good.
Well, we're not redoing it with the lights off. I'll tell you that. Scary.
Oh, damn, we could have had that for the Halloween.
Luke, why
we
did
should have had some fucking candles lit in here.
Yes, Luke.
God damn
Why
it.
did we do it? Why do we have to think of everything? Aren't you
What
the
are you
creative
just
one?
doing?
You went to art school, bro. Huh? We could have done it over the candles.
We could have had a
We could have
Ouija
been-
board to be like,
Yeah.
Buffalo. Buffalo.
Take me to my 4-1 promised land. Oh, Luke, we missed opportunities, dude.